before I start announcing Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm Tony Manfredi, Executive Director of the Nevada Arts Council, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to the 21st year of Nevada Poetry Out Loud in our state finals. 21 years of students stepping up, speaking out, and bringing poetry to life. What an incredible milestone. Poetry Out Loud is more than a competition. It's an experience that changes people. Students tell us that digging deep into a poem, analyzing it, memorizing it, performing it, pushes them academically and strengthens their skills that they use everywhere else in school. But the impact doesn't stop there. Poetry Out Loud brings confidence, it builds presence. Many students say that they're more comfortable speaking in groups, more willing to share their ideas, and more aware of the world around them. Through poetry, they learn to see through someone else's eyes, and that kind of empathy is very powerful. And of course, they discover the magic of poetry itself. They find new ways to understand themselves, their histories, and the people around them, and they see the world with fresh perspective. That's what poetry does, and that's what the arts do. This is why arts education matters, and why creativity belongs in every classroom, every day. We have a special guest with us today, Candace Lopez from the Office of U.S. Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. Candace, thank you for joining us. We also must thank Senator Cortez Masto for her continued support of the National Endowment for the Arts, who is a federal partner with the Nevada Arts Council, and her support of us. She has been instrumental and very steadfast in that support, and we're grateful. Congratulations to our finalists. Be proud of yourselves for what you've accomplished. And to all of you, teachers, families, supporters, thank you. Your encouragement is what makes this program possible. Thank you to our judges and to the Nevada Arts Council staff who work so hard behind the scenes every day. I want to specifically acknowledge our Poetry Out Loud team who has been working hard at today's event since August, if you could imagine, since August. Our state coordinators, Regan Margetts and Sogan Tabatebae, Assistant Helena Guglielmino, Marketing and Communication Specialist Yun Ku, and the great sponsorship and friends from the University of Nevada, Reno, the Nevada Department of Education, the Department of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, the Estepona Group, SOSU TV, and Reno Type. It truly takes all of us to create this moment. And for those that's great. For those who are visiting the campus, again, we're really grateful to UNR for offering this wonderful space and being a sponsor for the space. They have a space up above, if you've seen it in the window to the right when you go up there. For many of you, I see many aspiring students to be in the crowd, and for our participants. If you're interested in attending the university, by all means, check out what they have to offer up there. It's a great space. A quick message from our Nevada Arts Council Board Chair. Claire Munoz couldn't be here today. She has another event, but she asked me to share this on her behalf. To each finalist, on behalf of the Nevada Arts Council Board, we wish you good luck today. We see your dedication, your perseverance, your courage that it took to reach this stage. We thank you and your families and teachers for the inspiration and hope that you bring to this event. Claire sends her enthusiastic congratulations, and with that, let's get started. Please join me in welcoming today's Master of Ceremonies to the stage, Jesse James Ziegler.
Welcome to the 2026 Poetry Out Loud Nevada State Finals. My name is Jesse James Ziegler. I'm inspired to be your host today for this amazing event. This is a very busy day for Poetry Out Loud across the entire country. Our finalists in Nevada, right here, are joining their peers who are reciting for judges in the following states right now: Arizona, Connecticut, District of Columbia, Florida, Idaho, Maryland, Montana, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Washington State, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. So all over the country, we have people celebrating Poetry Out Loud and their state finals. A program of the Nevada Arts Council, Poetry Out Loud, is a dynamic educational initiative designed and funded by the National Endowment for the Arts. Since the program began in 2005, more than 4.5 million students and 85,000 teachers from 21,000 schools and organizations across the country have participated in Poetry Out Loud. This is due to everyone's hard work and dedication to the program. Thank you from the National Endowment for the Arts and Nevada Arts Council. Thank you for being a part of everything. In 2005, when the Nevada Arts Council held its first state finals at the Governor's Mansion in Carson City, a total of 200 students, coaches, teachers, and parents were involved. This year, in communities throughout our state, more than 3,300 high school students in 14 public, private, and charter schools have fostered public speaking skills and learned about their literary heritage through the memorization and recitation of poems that celebrate the rich tapestry of American history and culture. And let's not forget the 35 teachers whose time and commitment were and are absolutely critical to the success of their students. When you first read the finalists' bios in their program, you'll note that they give shout-outs to teachers and coaches, and of course, to parents and family members. This number certainly suggests that poetry matters to Nevadans, and it matters greatly to these students. Poetry is my first love. It has been with me wherever I've lived, whatever I've done, and however I've been. It is my social commentary, method of community building, personal catharsis, and way of building bridges. It is my meditation, my craft, and my prayer. It is the best way I know how to enjoy getting lost, be present, and return home. I'm grateful to the Nevada Arts Council and Poetry Out Loud organization for continually helping to foster events like this one, which often represents the experience which shifts the position poetry holds in the heart to an elevated one for many, many young students with amazing futures. Poetry will remain with me for all of my days. It is my great hope that each of these fine finalists will continue to serve and be served by the art form for all of their days as well. To our participants, we look forward to hearing you today and are excited to get inspired. Now I will introduce our judges and prompter for the afternoon. Please hold your applause until all judges and officials have been introduced. We will then ask them to stand. The accuracy judge. Arian Katzenbris is a native of Reno, Nevada. He earned his Bachelor of Arts degree in English from the University of Nevada, Reno, and his Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing in Poetry from Virginia Tech. He is a former English professor, current poetry editor and writer, and the 2025 Silver Pen Award recipient from the Nevada Writers Hall of Fame. His first book, The Wonder Years, is available from Texas A&M University Press, and he resides with his family in Carson City, Nevada. Our judges. Patrick Collins serves as the Education Programs Professional for Visual and Performing Arts at the Nevada Department of Education. In this role, he also acts as the department's liaison for competency-based learning and coordinator for the Legislative Council on Academic Standards. Patrick leads statewide initiatives spanning curriculum design, assessment alignment, and workforce-connected arts pathways. He developed Nevada's 4-course instrument repair sequence, as well as the 3-course graffiti art sequence, creating the course descriptions, example syllabi, and curriculum maps necessary for formal state recognition. Patrick is currently guiding the development of accompanying academic standards. His work supports a national priority, addressing the severe shortage of 21st century arts offerings and opening high-skill, high-wage career opportunities for students. Before joining the Nevada Department of Education, Patrick spent more than 20 years as a band director and music appreciation teacher. During his final 3 years in the classroom, every senior under his direction graduated with the option of accepting substantial, often full, scholarships for band. Josh Webster, PhD, writes fiction and plays. He serves as a professor at Great Basin College in Pahrump, Nevada. His work has appeared in long and short form on some stages and some pages. He was a 2022 recipient of a Nevada Arts Council Artist Fellowship in Literary Arts. He received a Master of Arts in English with an emphasis in creative writing from Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan, and a doctorate degree in English with an emphasis in creative writing from the Center for Writers at the University of Southern Mississippi in Hattiesburg. After serving 3 years as a lecturer at North Dakota State University in Fargo, he has since worked as an English professor at Great Basin College in Elko at first. Now at the Pahrump campus, he teaches composition, creative writing, fiction writing, poetry, literature, and film courses, and in his 18th year as a college educator. He is a lifelong video gamer and enthusiast of board games, tabletop RPGs, sci-fi, fantasy, film, music, and visual arts, though he considers literature and comic books his first and foremost realm of nerdy interest. Elisa Garcia is a Mexican-American writer and spoken word artist whose voice was born in Los Angeles and has been shaping the Reno poetry scene since 2009. She is the current City of Reno Poet Laureate and a proud member of the Spoken Views Collective. Elisa has guided young poets at Brave New Voices and made history as part of Reno's first ever team to compete at the National Poetry Slam. Through her poetry, she delves into family, identity, and the tender journey of self-acceptance, using her words as both resistance and a path to healing. Now based in Reno, she facilitates writing workshops, curates special events, and occasionally taps into her competitive roots on the slam stage. Our prompter is Rayan Hijazi, who is currently a student at University of Nevada, Reno, studying microbiology and immunology in hopes of one day joining the world of medicine through avid participation in STEM subjects and research. When she is not wearing a lab coat, her love for the arts and poetry continues to thrive. It's been fascinating for her to see how those two worlds interact and coexist. Rayanne competed in Poetry Out Loud for her entire high school career, making it to the national level in Washington, D.C. in 2024, where she earned an honorable mention for her region. The national finals were an amazingly rewarding experience for Rayanne, and she looks forward to contributing her own experience into the 2026 competition. Rayanne has been featured as Artist of the Month in the Nevada Sagebrush and has met amazing poets like Jose Olivares, who continue to inspire her to mend together words and write poems. Rayanne's own collection of poetry is in the works and will hopefully become tangible soon. Our score tabulator, Helena Guglielmino, Poetry Out Loud Program Assistant with Nevada Arts Council. We now ask our judges, prompter, and score tabulator to stand. Now, let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you all. Of course, it takes a village of individuals, organizations, and businesses to ensure the success of a statewide program like Poetry Out Loud. Please take some time to look through the program. You'll find the names of schools, educators, coaches, district coordinators, school superintendents, volunteers, donors, and sponsors. Without the support of these businesses and institutions and those noted throughout the program, there would be no Poetry Out Loud in the state of Nevada. We also thank the University of Nevada, Reno for its genuine and generous sponsorship. And thanks again to the Nevada Arts Council staff and the entire board. Now on to the program. It's time to address the issue of cell phones. Please silence your cell phones. We ask that you do not engage in flash photography during the competition, but we have saved a few seats in the front row for family members and friends to take photos of their participants when they are on stage. Please do not use your cell phones to text or to record the proceedings. The glow from those screens is a distraction to your friends on stage who have worked so hard to get here, and it's distracting to your fellow audience members. During our breaks, you can text all you want, and we have photo opportunities at the end. We're just about ready to begin, and here is how our competition will proceed. Each student was required to select and prepare 3 poems from the Poetry Out Loud online anthology prepared by the National Endowment for the Arts. This year, selected poems are a reflection of America's history and culture in commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Today's competition will proceed through 3 rounds, with each student reciting 1 poem in round 1 and a second poem in round 2. The scores from both rounds will be added together, and the top 3 scoring students will advance to round 3, where they will recite a 3rd poem. Scores from the 3rd round will be added to the 1st and 2nd rounds, which will determine 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. Students may not repeat a poem they have already recited. The order for recitations in rounds 1 and 2 will proceed in a pre-selected order. The students competing in round 3 will be announced and will compete in alphabetic order by their county. All of the poems recited by today's students are listed in your program. Each recitation will be judged on the following: physical presence and posture, voice projection and articulation, appropriateness of dramatization, evidence of understanding, and overall performance. We now begin the competition. I will announce the name of the county and the student's name. Each student will come to the stage and announce the title of the poem and the poet. Judges, are you ready? All right. Again, audience members, please be sure your cell phones are silenced. Stefan, we ready? All right. Beginning with Douglas County, please welcome on the stage Cash Berkwin.
In the Desert by Stephen Crane. In the desert, I saw a creature, naked, bestial, who, squatting upon the ground, held his heart in his hands and ate of it. I said, "Is it good, friend?" "Bitter, bitter," he answered. "But I like it, because it is bitter, because it is my heart."
Next, we have Clark County. Please welcome on the stage Sarah Wang.
Afternoon on a Hill by Edna St. Vincent Millay. I will be the gladdest thing under the sun. I will touch 100 flowers and not pick one. I will look at cliffs and clouds with quiet eyes. Watch the wind bow down the grass, and the grass rise. And when lights begin to show up from the town, I will mark which must be mine, and then start down.
Next, we have Washoe County. Please welcome on the stage Mia Gonzalez.
Aunt Sue's Stories by Langston Hughes. Aunt Sue has a head full of stories. Aunt Sue has a whole heart full of stories. Summer nights on the front porch, Aunt Sue cuddles a brown-faced child to her bosom and tells him stories. Black slaves working in the hot sun, and black slaves walking in the dewy night, and black slaves singing sorrow songs on the banks of a mighty river, mingle themselves softly in the flow of old Aunt Sue's voice, mingle themselves softly in the dark shadows that cross and recross Aunt Sue's stories. And the dark-faced child listening knows that Aunt Sue's stories are real stories. He knows that Aunt Sue never got them out of any book at all, but that they came right out of her own life. And the dark-faced child is quiet of a summer night, listening to Aunt Sue's stories.
Next, we have Story County. Please welcome on the stage Bailey McLean.
The Last Morning in the Country by Lenora Spire. Dawn slips within my room to say goodbye, buffeted, bruised by autumn rain. All night while I lay sleeping, held to dreams again, she comes from out the violated sky, dragging her tarnished light. With dim leaves drooping, hanging all about, her misty face, her eyes still wet, she stands, disconsolate beneath her veil, and yet, bravely, she spills one last bird's note from out her summer empty hands.
Next, we have Carson City. Please welcome on the stage Michaela Hyder.
Our Own 12 Anti-Suffragist Reasons by Alice Stewart Miller. 1. Because no woman will leave her duties to vote. 2. Because no woman who may vote will attend to her domestic duties. 3. Because it'll make dissension between husband and wife. 4. Because every woman will vote as her husband tells her to. 5. Because bad women will corrupt politics. 6. Because bad politics will corrupt women. 7. Because women have no power of organization. 8. Because women will form a solid party and outvote men. 9. Because men and women are so different that they must tend to different duties. 10. Because men and women are so much alike that men with one vote each can represent their own views and ours too. 11. Because women cannot use force. 12. Because the militants did use force.
Next, we have Lyon County. Please welcome on the stage Marie Basaca Fuentes.
Thoughts in Jail by Catherine Ralston Fisher. Prisoners are we, American citizens imprisoned for daring in the name of democracy to protest against the continued denial of the right to self-government to 20 millions of the American people. We lie in a dungeon, long ago abandoned and condemned. Just as politically we are held, imprisoned in a subjection, abandoned and condemned by every other nation of English speech and spirit. Painfully raising my head, I look down the long row of gray blanketed heaps. Under every heap, a woman, weak, sick, but determined. 20 gray fortresses of determination.
All right, thank you everyone in the auditorium for waiting patiently during those tabulation breaks. We're trying to keep them as brief as possible without sacrificing any artistic integrity for all the hard work that's been put in by all these students. Let's give a round of applause for our students. They did a great job in round one. We will now take a 10-minute break before beginning round two. See you soon. We are resuming our program in 1 minute. Please take your seats. 1 minute. We are back. I've gotten the green light and the thumbs up from the appropriate people to continue. We are now back to round 2. We will start with Douglas County. Please welcome back on the stage, Cash Berkwin.
To Solitude by Alice Carey. I am weary of the working, weary of the long day's heat. To thy comfortable bosom wilt thou take me, spirit sweet? Weary of the long, blind struggle for a pathway bright and high, weary of the dimly dying, hopes that never quite all die. Weary, searching a bad cipher for a good that must be meant, discontent with being weary, weary with my discontent. I am weary of the trusting, where my trust but torments prove. Wilt thou keep faith with me? Wilt thou be my true and tender love? I am weary, drifting, driving like a helmless bark at sea. Kindly, comfortable spirit, wilt thou give thyself to me? Give thy birds to sing me sonnets, give thy winds my cheeks to kiss, and thy mossy rocks to stand for the memorials of our bliss. I in reverence will hold thee, never vexed with jealous ills, though thy wild and wimpling waters wind about 1,000 hills.
Next, we have Clark County. Please welcome back on the stage, Sarah Wang.
My Song by Joseph Seaman Cotter Sr. I sang me a song, a tiny song that was sweet to my soul, and set it afloat on the sea of chance in search of a happy goal. I said to my song, go on, and lodge in a tender spot of some human soul where the fires of hate and selfishness are not. My song went on, but a little space, and hide it back to me, and fell at my feet in a sorry plight, the victim of cruelty. I gazed a moment and quickly saw just how it had come about. A cruel critic had caught my song and probed the soul of it out. Oh, poor indeed is the human mind. And why was it ever wrought that can thrive on husk in the form of words, and not on a sturdy thought?
Next, we have Washoe County. Please welcome back on the stage, Mia Gonzalez.
Minstrel Man by Langston Hughes. Because my mouth is wide with laughter, and my throat is deep with song, you do not think I suffer after I have held my pain so long, because my mouth is wide with laughter. And my feet, you do not hear my inner cry, because my feet are gay with dancing. You do not know I die.
Next, we have Story County. Please welcome back on the stage, Bailey McLean.
Prairie Spring by Willa Cather. Evening and the flatland, rich and somber and always silent. The miles of fresh plowed soil, heavy and black, full of strength and harshness. The growing wheat, the growing weeds, the toiling horses, the tired men, the long, empty roads, sullen fires of sunsets fading, the eternal, unresponsive sky. Against all this, youth flaming like wild roses, singing like larks over the plowed fields, flashing like a star out of the twilight. Youth with its insupportable sweetness, its fierce necessity, its sharp desire, singing and singing out the lips of silence, out of the earthy dusk.
Next, we have Carson City. Please welcome back on the stage, Michaela Hyder.
Militants by Certain Other Women by Catherine Ralston Fisher. You who pass coldly by when the police rush upon us, when they retch away our banners, beautiful banners, whose colors cry a demand for liberty. You who criticize or condemn, declaring you believe in suffrage, worked for it in your state, and your mother knew Susan B. Anthony. Can you think in terms of a nation? Could you die or face ridicule for your belief? For the freedom of women, for your freedom, we are fighting. For your safety, we face danger, bear torture. For your honor, endure untellable insult. To win democracy for you, we defend the banners of democracy till our banners and our bodies are flung together on the pavement waiting at the gates of government. We have made of our wariness a symbol of women's long wait for justice, to open people's eyes of men's determination to imprison the power of women. You women who pass coldly by, do you imagine your freedom is coming as a summer wind blows over fields? Slowly, it has advanced by a 60 years war. Those who have fought in it have not forgotten, and that war is not won. Strongly entrenched, the foe sits plotting close to his lines. Our banners fly, signaling where to direct the fire. Greater forces are needed, reserves and recruits. Are you for winning or for waiting? Women who watch the banners go down, women who say suffrage is coming while suffrage goes by you into Prussia. Case to be content with applauding speeches and praising politicians. Patience is shameful. Awake, rise, and act.
Next, we have Lyon County. Please welcome back on the stage, Marie Basaca Fuentes.
An Apology by Julia Ward Howe. For a warm word spoken, I spake, perhaps too sharp a word, for one bred up in modesty, but base injustice, trivial scorn, on honor heaped had angered me. The smile of courtesy first soaked these lips, so timid even for good, while o'er the paleness of my brow flashed crimson, the indignant blood. Nor could I to the contest bring the trained weapon of the mind, snatching from reason's armory such shafts as grief had left behind. Grief for the faltering of the age, grief for my country and my race, grief to sit here with Christian men that boast their want of Christian grace. I say not that the man I praise by poor tribute stands more high. I say not that the man I blame be not of purer worth than I. But when I move reluctant lips for holy justice, human right, the sacred cause I strive to plead lends me its favor and its might. And I must argue from the faith which gave the fervor of my youth, or keep such silence as yon stars that only look and live God's truth.
Thank you again for waiting for the brief tabulation time. Let's have another big round of applause for all of our students. Can I please have all 6 finalists come to the stage? Can I also have Tony Manfredi and Candace Lopez come up as well? Right. We acknowledge all 6 state finalists and the work they have been doing to get to the state competition with a handmade Poetry Out Loud mug created by Nevada artist Joe Winters. Students also received certificates of special congressional recognition from our congressional delegation, include from U.S. Senator Jackie Rosen and U.S. Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. While they're handing out the congressional recognition letters to each student who so richly deserves them, we would also like to thank our sponsor, the University of Nevada, Reno, for the Nevada gear as a part of the participants' swag bags. As we're handing out the last couple of student recognition and congressional approval and significance, I'm going to ask that everybody, all the students, please stay on stage because we're going to get a photo of all of you with these items that you've been gifted. Can I have our photographer? All of you forgot your third hand today to hold these things. But these are amazing accomplishments, and they should all be very proud. Let's get some shots here from our professional photographer to commemorate the moment. Yeah, and students, we're going to collect the items from you. You will get them back. These weren't just temporary loans. You will get these items back. But we're going to get another group photo without the items in your hands, just the students together from the contestants. We're going to get the Poetry Out Loud logo, Nevada, in the frame. All right, by my watch, which I will be going from for keeping time purposes, it is now 2:11 p.m., and we're going to take a 10-minute break while the scores are being tallied. When we get back, we will announce the top 3 students reciting in round 3. Enjoy your 10-minute break. Great job. Great job. All right. We are back. Welcome back from our second break. We are back, and actually there is a particular order. In the alphabetic order of the represented county, our top 3 students reciting in round 3 are, representing Douglas County, Cash Berkwin. And I didn't even follow my own rule, the alphabetic order by Clark. Representing Clark County, Sarah Wang. And representing Lyon County, Marie Basaca Fuentes. We will now proceed with the last round of recitations, which will determine first, second, and third place. First student up is from Clark County, Sarah Wang. Keep it going for Sarah Wang, please.
Militants to Certain Other Women by Catherine Rolston Fisher. You who pass coldly by when the police rush upon us, when they wrench away our banners, beautiful banners whose colors cry a demand for liberty. You who criticize or condemn, declaring you believe in suffrage, worked for it in your state, and your mother knew Susan B. Anthony. Can you think in terms of a nation? Could you die or face ridicule for your belief? For the freedom of women, for your freedom, we are fighting. For your safety, we face danger, bear torture. For your honor, endure untellable insult. To win democracy for you, we defend the banners of democracy till our banners and our bodies are flung together on the pavement. Waiting at the gates of government, we have made of our weariness a symbol of women's long wait for justice. We have borne the hunger and hardship of prison to open people's eyes to men's determination to imprison the power of women. You women who pass coldly by, do you imagine your freedom is coming as a summer wind blows over fields? Slowly, it has advanced by a 60 years war. Those who have fought in it have not forgotten. And that war is not won. Strongly entrenched, the foe sits plotting. Close to his lines, our banners fly, signaling where to direct the fire. Greater forces are needed, reserves and recruits. Are you for winning or for waiting, women who watch the banners go down? Women who say, suffrage is coming, while suffrage goes by you into Prussia. Case to be content with applauding speeches and praising politicians. Patience is shameful. Awake, rise, and act.
Next up, from Douglas County, Cash Berquin.
The Longings by Nellie Rathbone Bright. I want to slay all the things, just things that they tell me I must do. I would drown them all in the tears I weep when each breathless day is through. I want to flee to a cool sand dune on a windswept beach where the humming tune and the winds and the waves and the heart of me drams in my ears till my lips are wet with the tang of the sea. I want to feel the rain on my cheek. I want to see the sky at dawn through the lacy green of a willow tree. I want to look deep in a pool at night and see the stars flash flame like the fire in black opals.
Third and final, from Lyon County, Marie Basacafuentes.
Songs for the People by Frances Ellen Watkins Harper. Let me make the songs for the people, songs for the old and young, songs to stir like a battle cry wherever they are sung. Not for the clashing of sabers, for carnage, nor for strife, but songs to thrill the hearts of men with more abundant life. Let me make the songs for the weary, amid life's fever and fret, till hearts shall relax their tension and careworn brows forget. Let me sing for little children before their footsteps stray, sweet anthems of love and duty to float o'er life's highway. I would sing for the poor and aged when the shadows dim their sight, of the bright and restful mansions where there shall be no night. Our world, so worn and weary, needs music, pure and strong, to hush the jangle and discords of sorrow, pain, and wrong. Music to soothe all its sorrow, till war and crime shall cease, and the hearts of men grown tender girdle the world with peace.
We will take our final break now to tally scores. We will be only taking a 5-minute break, though, so please do not go anywhere. We're going to tabulate some final things, combining all 3 rounds for these contestants, and we'll be back very shortly. haven't already. We are back to announce our State of Nevada 2026 Poetry Out Loud winner. Can I please have our round 3 finalists, all 3 of those students, come back onto the stage? So there's different schools of thought on how to do this next part, but I'm going to announce the 3rd place winner and then the 2nd place winner, knowing that the 2nd place winner, in the event of the winner not being able to serve, them as the runner-up, they would then get the opportunity to serve. So it's important to announce all 3 names because these students have put in an amazing amount of work to get to the point that they are right now. So, in 3rd place, please give it up for Cash Berkwin. And I'm going to say the next fairly quickly because by using your deductive reasoning, when I list 2nd place, you will know who the winner is. So, in 2nd place, the runner-up for this year's State Poetry Out Loud Nevada Finals. Please give it up for Sarah Wang. And in 1st place and representing Nevada at the National Final Competition in Washington, D.C. from April 27th to 29th of this year, 2026, give it up for Maria Basaca Fuentes. This concludes our competition, but let's welcome all of our participants to the stage for another round of applause. We will be getting some final photos now, and I would ask the students to all hang out because there will be photo opportunities involving Nevada Arts Council. However, for right now, thank you to everyone who attended, supported, listened, and encouraged. All the teachers, all the mentors, all the parents and care providers, and of course these students, one last round of applause. Every single one of you should be very proud of what you've accomplished here today and who you've represented. Thank you all. We'll see you next year.